Ten.
Nine, take studio.
7, 6.
Stomach timer 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good morning, MCHS. You're watching MCTV News. I'm your host, Ryan Beach.
And I'm Dominic Faust. On today's show, we'll be taking a look at the French as a Second Language program, Mrs. Karen's cosmetology class, and a look at the budding career of former MCHS drama student Rory Turner. But first, our top story.
One of the most successful programs at MCHS over the last 20 years has been the high school band class, with numerous festivals wins and performance tours throughout Western Canada. This class not only consists of learning and playing the instruments, but the process and theory behind the music itself. Julie Ottis gives us the details.
Mystery of the MCHS band program. Though it may seem like a fluff class, want to just get a week off for the band trip, it's more than it seems. I've asked a few students about the perks and the struggles of being in the band class.
You get to express who you are through your music, and you get to play pieces that the whole class gets to work together on. It's not just one person's idea of music.
I think my favorite part of the class is just getting to know everyone as a group, and you get along really well, and you learn how to work as a team to make the piece sound really good.
My favorite part of the class, probably being with all my buddies in the trumpet section, where we play all the songs. Like we're doing this year Windjammer and March of the Belgian Parachutists. And so far they're kind of tough, but we're struggling together, so that's pretty cool.
Perks of being a bandy. It may seem like sunshine and rainbows, but what kind of effect does it have on their social lives? I asked trumpeter Michael Logie for his opinion on the matter.
I get to bring my trumpet home and like that, so I guess I've been also practicing some of the songs we gotta do, and then it kind of takes out a bit of my social life.
To others, however, the band class is a center for social activity. As band is an art class, it leaves room for personal expression and an environment to meet others with the same interests.
You definitely make a lot more friends in band class, people you wouldn't expect to know. And then seeing them outside of class, you start to recognize them more as hey, that's my friend, not just that random person.
You do meet a lot of new people, and so you there's friendships that are formed that way. And then sometimes, when you see those people in the hallway, it's just hey, I know you. So it's kind of a nice feeling because you feel more included.
Social matters aside, I asked what kind of academic as well as life experiences the band class brings.
I'm pretty sure once I leave school, I might join some sort of band or orchestra. I feel that'd be pretty cool. With a bunch of people, we have the conductor or whatever. Yeah, that's my plan so far.
It gives you the chance to go and see a lot of different, what different schools do in their programs, because when you go to on the band trips and stuff, you see different schools and what they offer.
It kind of seems as though they have their entire lives planned already. Despite the academic implications, however, this isn't just your average class.
You get to just be loud and have fun, you get to play music, and in other classes it's more book learning.
You're all together, it's a team thing, we're all a big family, we're all getting close. It's just kind of a bonding class, I guess.
It's fun. It's basically you get to play an instrument that you chose and you really like, and you get a lot of fun playing it and playing different songs. Sometimes they're songs from movies and that's pretty cool.
This is Giuliotti reporting.
Welcome back. Tomorrow is French Heritage Day. I'm joined in the studio by MCHS French teacher Michelle Boucher to discuss the involvement of her students in this class. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So just a couple of questions. Do you know who started this morning here in Montreal?
The whole Francophone celebration has been around for a number of years, but recently the town of Morinville hired Alan Jacobson to be a cultural coordinator at the MCCC, and it's just something that he thought he would do. It's one of the cultural celebrations that he plans on continuing
And this is a first-year thing?
This is the first time that something like this happens in Morinville, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me some of the things that are going to be happening, like some of the events?
For instance, tomorrow at 12:30, there is a ceremony at City Hall where they would do a raising of the flag, and so the Franco-Albertan flag will be raised for City Hall, and it'll kind of be in town for the month. And so people will see a new flag and know what it is. And then for tomorrow night, actually, at 1:30, then we go to the Cultural Center, and all the schools in Morinville that have French programs, so our school, Primo, Notre Dame, and even the Morinville Public School will be there, and all their students have presentations that they'll give between 1:30 and 2:30. And then the afternoon settles down, and at about 6:30 in the evening, celebrations start up again, and there's some crafts and arts activities for kids. There is a free French-Canadian buffet dinner that's going to be served, and then there's dancing and music again in the evening. So the whole evening is free, and it's just a promotion of French culture and heritage.
That's good to hear. So besides the interview and stuff, how does it also affect the the students here at the school? Like,
I think it gives the students a little bit more of a sense of why they're learning the language, a little bit more of a sense of the place of the language in Canada, and some recognition as to just how much French is actually going on in our province and in our area.
Okay. So how many days will this be going on for, just really?
This one celebration, or the big event, is just one day. But like we have a number of heritage months that happen. March just happens to fall and be the Francophone Heritage Month for Canada.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Before we leave Miss Boucher's French program, reporter Jasmine King brings us the in-depth report of the French as a secondary language class at Morinville Community High School.
French as a second language program has been going on in MCHS since the school opened. Every year, the French program offers many students the opportunity to learn a second language. Today, I talked to some students and asked them how the French program plays a role in their life.
I guess I grew up learning French all along, and so what I enjoy about it is it's a new language, and it's just something different, and then you can bring in some different cultural elements. The food is different, the music is different.
I joined French because I have always wanted to know a second language, and the French program here is really great, and I like the teacher.
Well, one of the things that interested me to join French was that our country is bilingual, so it would just be best if you knew both languages.
Something new, it's something fun. It teaches us a new language, why not?
We usually do a lot of activities and games to try to easily learn French words and French sayings. Like bingo, we'll use to learn numbers.
Every year, this program gives students the opportunity of learning a second language.
I enjoy that everyone in it is friendly, that it's easier to learn than just sitting in one room being told the words. The activities make you feel a little bit more open and a little bit more easier to learn than in other classes where you're just sitting there and someone's just giving you instructions.
It makes you think a lot more because you have to memorize the second language, and it's difficult, but yet it's so much fun, and it takes a lot more brain power.
I can understand people more, and when I'm in places that have both French and English, I can talk French. It broadens my vocabulary.
Taking this class helps me appreciate the French language a lot more and the fellow Canadians in Quebec.
Knowing a second language has given me a lot of opportunities. First of all, it got me a job, and it opened up a lot of doors in terms of contacts that I could make. I have a lot more teachers that I can pull resources from, and as far as traveling goes, I can communicate in over 60 countries in the world. And because French is close to Spanish or Italian or Portuguese, it just gives me another understanding of other languages, which makes everything a little easier. And I get to eavesdrop on people. It's kind of fun.
For MCTV News, this is Jasmine King reporting.
Thank you, and welcome back. Let's take a look at our Canadian forecast. So over here in Winnipeg and Regina, we got some nice sun going on. Regina, we've got a -5 temperature. Winnipeg, -10. Over in Vancouver, really warm with +12 with some sun and cloud. Up here in Yellowknife, we've got a -11 and some snow. In Whitehorse, we have sun and cloud with -2. And let's take a look at our east coast. In Montreal, we've got -8 with some sun and cloud, as well as some sun and cloud with -8 in Toronto. And over in Halifax, we've got some snow, but a bit of sun as well, with -2. And in St. John's, we've got a temperature of 0 degrees and some snow. And up in Iqaluit, -29 and very sunny. So let's take a look at our Alberta forecast. So all throughout Red Deer, Edmonton, Fort McMurray, we've got very sunny, but obviously some clouds as well, with very even temperatures all throughout the province. Some negatives, -1 in high level with some sun and cloud. We've got rain in Grand Prairie and some in Jasper and Banff as well. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Current conditions, sorry. It's currently -2 degrees with wind speed of 13 kilometers an hour, and relative humidity is at 72%. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Pretty moderate temperatures throughout the week. We've got some snow near the end, but it should be a regular winter week. So that's the weather. Back to you, Ryan.
Thanks, Dominic. Everyone at MCHS is inspiring to be someone more than they once was when they complete high school. It has always been great to see former students do that. Ex-drama student Roy Turner, who is currently enrolled in MacEwan University Performing Arts program, recently landed the lead role in the production Big Fish. Reporter Rose Van Braven has a chance to sit down and catch up with him.
In the John L. Marr Theatre, where Grant MacEwan University has opened its doors to present the award-winning play Big Fish. The play also stars former MCHS student Roy Turner.
I've been doing it since middle school at GH Primo in Mortonville, and I, sort of developed a knack for it, I suppose, doing the plays every year, and then, I really enjoyed it, so I decided it was something that I wanted to pursue.
The first time I ever saw Rory on stage was when he was in grade 8. He was in Cinderella, I believe, over at Primo. And then the first time he auditioned for me when he was in grade 9, he was awesome. He stood out right away. I think maybe at the time, he probably didn't know how talented he was.
He was like a very present. He was always there, he was always in focus, ready to go, everything. He knew what he was doing, he got there, he was ready to go. He was really inspirational for that.
He is a drama student. He's a drama kid through and through.
However, the road to stardom also has a few minor bumps in it.
Facing rejection in the theater world it's very hard, but it's a reality. Most of the things you audition for, you will not make into, and that's fine.
A lot more intensive rehearsals. At MCHS we would have, after school till 5 o'clock, so 2.5 hours maybe. Here we go from 2:30 to 10 o'clock every day, and during the morning I'm here at 9 having dance classes and acting classes, so I'm here from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock every day.
You really need a lot of willpower. You have to really think to yourself, this is what I want to do, I have to do this, and you have to lay out everything that, I have to achieve this, and get it all done. Because if at any point you lose hope, then it drags everything down to a screeching halt, and that's no fun.
But these obstacles can become just as easy to overcome.
Refine your skills, learn monologues, listen to soundtracks of musicals, read plays, and audition, and go for it.
Practice. They really got to develop the character. They got to really get into the mind's eye. They have to be that character. They have to know everything about the character, and that's really going to help with the performance.
Confidence in themselves, not just in the theater world, but in their everyday life. So I think drama is a great way to learn how to communicate, and that makes the rest of the world so much easier. I'm really proud of Rory. He did a great job, and this is, good stuff coming to a good person.
For MCTV News, this is Rose Van Braven reporting.
Here are your MCHS announcements for Thursday, February 26. Parent-teacher interviews are being held tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. in the MCHS gym. Take this opportunity to meet with teachers about student progress in various classes. Did you miss the first bike trip meeting? Well, no need to worry, because the second one will be held on Monday, March 16th at lunch in the Media Lab. If you need more info, please contact Mr. Bautestein. Want to go to Boston and New York City this October? Contact Mrs. YQ in room 109 to get registration forms and more info about this amazing opportunity. Grad photo retakes will be shot tomorrow if you haven't already booked an appointment. See Mrs. McDonald in Student Services before the end of today. MCHS Open House will be held a week from tonight on Thursday, March 12th from 6 to 8 p.m. All are welcome to take this opportunity to see the programs that Morinville Community High School has to offer. Students looking to gain more information on any of NATE's programs can sign up for the Buddy for a Day session on the March 20th Pack Day. Students need to pick up permission forms at the office and have them returned by Tuesday, March 10th. Contact Mr. Maslick for more information. March 10th marks the 20th anniversary of MCTV's first broadcast. Join us next Thursday for MCTV at 20. Pieces from the past 2 decades and cameos from MCTV alumni will mark this special occasion. Be sure to tune in. Missed last week's episode of MCTV News? Log on to www.bautestein.net to see our digital archive, which includes episodes from the last 21 seasons. Get your fill of MCHS news, weather, and sports. Stay connected with all the events at MCHS by logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, following us on Twitter at MCHS Wolves, or by searching the hashtags MCHS or MCTV News.
And now for a quick look at the MCHS sports. The senior boys and girls basketball teams were in action over the past weekend. The boys placed in second place in the Redwater tournament, while the girls came in third in Lloydminster's. The junior high teams did equally as well, with the boys coming in second and the girls coming in third at their home tournaments. The MCHS cheer squad has a great success at recent competitions in Roy Shep in the Edmonton. They fell just short of victory, coming in second beside the team from Francis Zephyr High School. The next competition will be held for provincials. It will be in Edmonton, the March 20th to the 21st. We'll be having a coach, Amanda Mantica, live in the studio to discuss the tournament on Thursday, March the 19th broadcast. Turning from beautiful, talented athletes to making people just look plain beautiful, Ms. Lois Carson runs a tight ship in cosmetology lab with the CTS era. Reporter Shimon McNalton has a chance to chat with her and the students about what MCHSs are learning about hairstyle, makeup, and other cosmetology techniques.
Last week, I went to cosmetology to see what the course has to offer and what they have to do. And here's what the fun parts about it.
It has to offer like a lot of things, like in certain levels. And I'm in like grade 12 level, and you do like massages and like facials and stuff like that. And then like the lower levels, you do like braiding and like updos and like certain things.
It's nice to be with all the girls, lots of girl talk kind of things. You make lots of friends. It's basically a social class, like you just socialize the whole time and braid hair, and I don't know, it's really, yeah.
It's because I wanted to learn how to braid, so when I get older I can, braid my daughter's hair. That was the only reason why I took cos.
I think sometimes the hardest thing is just motivating students. So getting them excited about things. So sometimes it's really difficult to get somebody excited about something. So that's what I work the hardest at.
Probably the curling of the hair, because so I can learn for myself and get better at it.
Well, basically it just helps me be able to do my hair better, because I learned a lot of stuff in that class that I would have never learned, and I start to care more about my hair and stuff, and you just learn. You learn how to dress for business, for work and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Curl hair, you like braid hair, there's like a whole bunch of different stuff. Most of the time what you do is like she tells you like to do an updo, and then you get to choose like what you want to do kind of thing. Like you get to choose your own hairstyle.
We paint nails, what else do? We curl hair. We're encouraged to dress kind of nice every day to practice for work one day.
Probably French braiding, because that's what I'm best at. I'm not very good at the other kind of braidings, but that's why I'm in this class, to learn and go forward and to get better at this kind of stuff, right? But probably French braiding would probably be my favorite.
Each girl will earn 5 credits, and we work in it as individual modules. So they do the module work, then they do the practical work. So by the end of this course, this class, they will have earned 5 credits.
Yeah, I think it's kind of important, because if they have daughters one day and they're stuck doing hair, then it kind of sucks if they don't know what they're doing at all. So I don't know, it's kind of good to get the basics anyway.
Gives you all different kinds of stuff, and it helps a lot like in the future, like if you want to be like a hairdresser, it helps you a lot to get into that kind of stuff. And you also have to do work, like you have to do modules and stuff. And when you read the modules, it tells you like it goes into more detail kind of thing instead of like going hands-on and doing it.
You have just seen cosmetology. This has been Shalom McNaughton reporting from MCTV News. Thanks for watching.
That's our show for today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to join hosts Julie Audie and Rose Van Braven for our very next special episode on Thursday, March the 12th. To celebrate 20 years on the air, Morinville MCTV News will present MCTV at 20 special, complete with the former MCTV's host and crew member scheduled to appear on the founding member, original producer Alan Grode, and IA80 Talk News host shot Mark Wolven, who just happens to get the start of Very Well program, as well as we be taking a look at the best segments from the past, various old news reports, and when things went terribly wrong on the air. Be sure to not miss this next Thursday, March the 12th at lunch hour.
Well, I can't speak for you, Ryan, but I'm quite excited to celebrate next week.
I feel like there's going to be a cake involved in this. It's going to be quite exciting.
Well, there may be some truth to that statement. I won't deny that. In any case, for all of us here at MCTV News, thanks for tuning in today. I'm Dominic Faust.
And I'm Ryan Beach. Thanks for watching MCTV.